Hey everyone, my name's Courtney Watkins, and I'm joining you with my friend Kristen Cunningham, the CSO, and we are going through the Evolve compensation plan. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and then I'll do a little bit more of an introduction with Kristen and how you can evolve with us in LifeVantage. I need to get a little bit better at getting this in presenter mode. Here we go. How does that look? Can everybody see?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Kristen Cunningham's the CSO here at LifeVantage, and we have been friends and neighbors for over 15 years, with Kristen being in the network marketing space as a corporate leader, and then I was a leader in another company. And we've loved to collaborate with the industry and what's going on and what's working, and it was really fun for us to get that viewpoint. And we always knew that we would work together in some way, but I never thought it was going to be in this space. And honestly, I had not even heard of LifeVantage when I called Kristen and asked her what was going on with our other company. She said, well, I've recently been promoted and I'm the CSO and I'm going to Japan in 2 weeks. And so everything kind of fell together after that. But Kristen is a huge part of this Evolve compensation plan. So that's why I wanted to ask her to be on the call so that you guys could really see the viewpoint of how this was designed and why this is such a modern compensation plan for a network marketer to really win, whether you have experience or you're brand new. I've been in the industry for over 10 years. And like most people, you kind of come into network marketing by surprise. Typically, someone introduced you or you just caught your eye with someone's social media post and you were like, okay, I want to do something like this. And when I first started in network marketing, I saw other people succeeding. And that's what I love about this industry is what you see other people having success in this business, that's your potential. Whatever someone else can do here, you can do too. And when you join a business like this, and especially the LifeVantage family, you are backed by a ton of support. And there's a lot of systems in place, but people want to see you win. Just like our corporate team, Kristen, taking time on a Sunday afternoon to be here to help you succeed and to see you win. When I started network marketing, my first goal was to get to level 5, which in this company, I'm going to show you how to get to SC1. But after that, my eyes opened to how big that this could get. And when I first started working, I was on my phone all the time. I was posting on Instagram and Facebook. And my husband would make fun of me, like, now whenever mom's on social media, she's working. And it wasn't until I like made our house payment that Zach was like, okay, wow, this is real. So what I want to show all of you guys is how to win and how to succeed and have fun, because I really believe in this era of social selling, there's never been a better time to be in this industry. And especially right now, I feel like most people's eyes are on the health and wellness space. So we're really in that winning spot. For me, it was the collagen that I was like, I know I want collagen. As a hairstylist, that was something that I could get on board with. My hair needed a lot of help at that time, but I have helped multiple people on our teams come home to their family, pay their grocery bills. One of my favorite texts was from one of my friends that said, I'm at the grocery store right now, and it's the best feeling not to put anything back. And so whether it's your goal to make your grocery payment, your travel sports, your house payment, whatever that is, you can design your business in a way that when you work, you can get those goals. So we're going to dive into the compensation plan. Like most of you guys, I work my business from my phone. So I wanted you guys to see what the app looks like to begin with. If you open up your app and go to dashboard, this is what it's going to look like. And I've been one that's been taught to track my business so that you can see how it grows. The cool thing is in LifeVantage, they show you where you were at last month and it's going to continue to grow. So it will be like you're ahead or you're behind. So we're in the green right now. And I always love to see that we're ahead and we're in the green. But what I want you guys to just take note of, and then Kristen's going to show you how this is designed, is as a consultant, in my mind, I was trained in our other business, top and bottom buckets. And if you think of this top era where it says total sales volume, that's basically your personal sales or your personal orders. So we want to help you design your business to gather customers and to gather business partners. So where you see the bottom little box, that's the organizational sales volume. That's going to be filled with anything that people on your team do, or when you help bring people in with a business pack, that's going to go in that second area. So we're going to want to fill both of those to reach both of those goals so that you can maximize this Evolve compensation plan. So Kristen, if you want to go into kind of where this Evolve compensation plan was designed, because a lot of network marketing spaces or companies are doing network marketing. And one of the things that I love is you guys had that in mind. You knew that this was coming with affiliate marketing. You weren't caught by surprise. And people can make this business look what they want it to look like. I know that you have a lot of successful people in LifeVantage that just do customer sales and they earn trips. They have a life-changing income just off of selling products. And then you also have that end of people like me that want to build a team and have new team members and go that route as well.
Yeah, thank you, Courtney. Thanks for having me. I love talking about the compensation plan. It's like, I've been in this industry 20 years, well, almost 20 years. And every company I've been at, like I've been the kind of resident comp plan person. But like Courtney was mentioning, when we were designing our Evolve compensation plan, it was with this idea in mind that as the world was changing, like our space had to change and evolve with it. So we had two primary goals. It was provide a place for people who love products, love to promote products, where they can earn a good income if they only want to sell product. But then the other side of it was be a place where people love that team building aspect, love that leveraged income aspect, that they could be successful in that side of the business too. And it was really challenging to find the balance. We looked at several of other companies in the space to say, what do we love about this? What do we love a little less about this? And as we were looking at it, one of the things that we found was you started to see a lot of companies probably about 5 years ago make a pretty significant shift away from network marketing. And for us, that was scary. Like that is that is who we are at our core. We love this model. We have every plan of staying in this model. We're doubling down and making sure that we can provide a great income for those team builders, because we know that team building component is what really people rely on when you look at leveraged income. And so for us, it was, how do we take some of those good ideas about making sure you have a place for customer gatherers, but not overcorrect so far that you only have a business where you're selling to customers? Because I was at a company, I've been at 3 companies. I was at New Skin for about 5 years. I was at Shackley for almost 10, and I've been here for about 3.5. It'll be 4 in December. And, I learned a ton at each of those companies, and they each kind of were at a different moment in time in terms of the direct sales industry. But New Skin was very heavily like business partners. It was just a lot of rinse and repeat, come in and buy big packs. And, at the time that was kind of the state of the industry. At the next company I was at, it was highly focused on customers. And the reality is if you are overcorrecting to either way too focused on the business or way too focused on customers, your business is not balanced. And the thing about the customer piece is it's a lot of, you get loyal customers, but your customers never recruit anybody for you. They love the products, they'll use them, but eventually, if you don't have other team builders, if you don't have other brand partners with you, then your business doesn't grow. As a person, you can only attract so many customers, but when you attract other business people to help you attract customers, that's when you see this really incredible effect of just overall business growth. So for us, it was, how do you serve both? And in a way that is complementary, not in a way that's divisive. So a couple of things that I will tell you to watch out for. Every company is going to say, hey, we have the best plan ever. And I'm going to tell you right now, I feel like we absolutely do. We spent a ton of time and money and investment making sure that we were setting the right tone, that we were doing the right behaviors, that we were set up in a way to be successful. And a couple of things that really stood out to us that I'll tell you, as you're having people ask you questions about a comp plan, some kind of things to keep in mind. The first one, and it's important, but it's also a little bit of a way I think some companies hide behind a compensation plan, is this idea of simplification. It's like, oh, it has to be so simple. And simplicity is important. Like, you don't want to overwhelm people. You don't want to confuse them. But if a plan gets too simple, what they're really telling you is you don't have like a team building plan. And the reason I say that is because at every phase in your business, you have to be focusing on different behaviors. So at every phase of your business, you need to be rewarded for those different behaviors. So rewarded for customer gathering, rewarded for recruiting, rewarded for leadership, rewarded for subscription volume. Like, there's a lot of key behaviors within this industry. And if it's too simple, it means it's probably only rewarding you on one or two. So our mentality of it was, we were going to keep it simple by helping you focus on the right things at the right time in your business. So Courtney, I think the slide right before this one, you had, oh, maybe it's the next one. Do you have like the share, build, and grow sections on any of them? Okay, I can talk to you from memory. So you can see here pretty clearly how the comp plan is divided into 3 sections. So that kind of turquoise section, that's the share section. And if you're in those ranks, what you only need to focus on right there is sharing. That's just sharing products, starting to share the business opportunity, but it's all about your ability to share. The next ranks is where you start to, it's the build and grow section. And here, this is where you'll continue to build upon your subscription volume that you've already set up, but you're adding additional business partners to your organization. And then the back end of the plan is the leadership driven part of the plan. And in this section, we reward you in a couple of different ways, but it's all centered around this idea of long-term leadership. So I'm going to start with the front end of the plan, and I'm going to walk through just the mechanics of how those bonuses work at the front end. So the slide before this is where Courtney kind of talked to you about your buckets. And the one bucket that you have is your customer sales bucket. So every month when you come in, do you want to go to the one right before this, Courtney? This one. So every month when you come in, we say, how much did you sell to customers this month, you personally? And this could be a new order. This could be a repeat order. It does not matter. We look at your monthly volume and we say, okay, if you sold 500, we're going to pay you an additional 5%. And this is the monthly bonus. If you sold 1,000, we're going to pay you 10%, 2,000, 15%. And if you have 4,000 in customer volume, again, new, repeat, it does not matter. We're going to give you a 20%. This is a monthly bonus. The other part that we reward you in terms of customer sales is a daily bonus. And the daily bonus is really simple. It's just the difference of price. So the consultant price for us is always the lowest price for our products that anyone will pay. And then depending on if you sell it, let's say you sell it to me at a one-time retail price, you would get about 20% difference. I pay about 20% more on the retail price. Let's say you sell it to Courtney and she comes in on a subscription, the difference there would be about 10%. So very simple. Every day we calculate, we have daily pay where you are paid either 10 or 20%, depending on how your customers order. And then we give you a monthly bonus that just says, how much did you do that month? And we pay you an additional 5 to 20% on your customers. So that said, you can earn up to 40% on customer sales. Pretty straightforward on that personal sales bonus. The one thing you can see that we have a recognition title here. One of the things that we felt like was a gap in a lot of plans is a lot of plans would look at ranks only by team building. And the reality is like, if you have someone in your organization that is a great customer gatherer, maybe they don't want to build a team, but say they're selling 10,000, like it's not unheard of to have a super high customer base, like they should be recognized too. So not only do we do titles for people who want to build teams, we also do titles for people who want to sell product and do kind of that customer gathering only. So that's really the first section that's all in that share section of the comp plan. I don't know, Courtney, anything you want me to add to that, or maybe I can stop for questions?
Yeah, so one of the things that we are really wanting to focus this call on is also just with goal setting. So when you guys see the Onyx, that's going to be the first tier that you're really looking to go to, which is 500. And so that's gathering a few customers. And then also your personal order is going to count towards that. One of the rewards bonuses that they just added on for August is if you have 150 SV in subscription, you're going to get 3 sales coupons, discount codes. So that's going to help you even more in your business. So they're rewarding you for using products, but also you can help to grow your business using that. One of the things that I do really want to clarify in saying that is that you are not required to purchase products. I know in a lot of companies, you need to spend $100 or something like that. It's not a requirement. Your sales volume requirement can be filled just off of customers alone, unless you're going for some of the really cool prizes like the cruise or different things like that. You've got to have some skin in the game. But they just added on that discount code when you're on 150 subscription, which is basically Healthy Glow Stack. So when you're ordering a Healthy Glow, you're also going to get discount codes. But I always say to go green. Like Emerald is like the really sweet spot in customer gathering, which is about $1,000, $1,000 to $2,000. So one of the things that you'll notice with me is that I'll shout you out and let you know, like, hey, you're super close to hitting Emerald. Like you can watch those because it's going to give you a really great boost in your paycheck as you're watching those numbers and hitting that. So I always say, don't leave money on the table at the end of the month. So just kind of, you're going to watch with that, those recognitions. When you hit 4,000 in diamond seller volume, that's about a $1,200 paycheck. So there's a lot you can do with that. That's a car payment, like, and then some. So that's a really great spot with the personal sales bonus. As we move into the level commissions, I do love the way that Kristen explains that, because at first you're going to be focusing, you're going to be in the green. We had some recognitions last week of consultant twos. That was like a really popular spot to get at that 500, which is also could be Onyx, but a lot of that was team building on our team. But as you reach in for this pretty pink spot, that's your goal. And I always tell you guys, like, I am a Post-it note person. That's my whole desk is like Post-it notes, hanging them up. SC1 is what we're going for here. And so Kristen can get into a little bit more of how this works and level bonuses. But what I want you to think about, if you're growing your team, is it's thinking of it like franchises. Where I live here in Cedar Hills, there's only so much that I can sell. If I had a Starbucks, which Kristen and I, in our little Starbucks, they don't sell a lot of coffee like they do in Salt Lake City. Like you move up the value and they're doing a lot more sales than our Cedar Hills. And so when I open another franchise in Texas, in California, wherever you are, now those people are also selling the Healthy Glow stacks, right? It's like selling the coffee. And so as you're expanding your business, you're going to help them make those sales. Just like if I started a Starbucks franchise, I would want to get them off to the right start so that they can have a successful business. That's how you're growing your business. So when you look at SC1, that's like your target promotion that you're going for. That's basically you and 2 people. So we can fill those cells if you help them. If you and 2 people are getting 500 or hitting Onyx, you're at 1,500. You're halfway there. So Kristen, if you want to dive into how the sources of volume are counted.
Yeah, sure.
Where I came from, we are like spread all the way across. And what I love about this is the simplicity of the growth.
Yeah. So SC1, your goal, your first goal is, well, first of all, for those, some of you are brand new, I know. If you aren't, I would say if you have not hit SC1, like make it a goal today to get to SC1. That's kind of like the first major milestone rank that you get to. And this is where we see people's just retention and long-term just relationship with the company go way, way up. So your goal personally should get to SC1. But then once you're there, your goal should immediately to be help somebody else get to SC1. So when you look at the goal at the rank of SC1, Senior Consultant 1, the first thing you see is this PPC. PPC, that's personal purchase cap. And is all that means is that you can purchase 150 in volume every single month and count it towards your requirements. Now, Courtney mentioned that you don't have to purchase at all in LifeVantage. That's true. This SVR is called sales volume requirement. And as you can see at SC1, it's 300. That means you got to have 300 in customers of your own customers. And again, you can count 150 of your own. So And by this example, it could be you're on a healthy glow and you help basically one other person get on the healthy glow as well. And that fulfills that requirement completely. The next category that we have is group sales volume. And group sales volume just means how much volume do you need underneath you? And this is everybody in your entire organization. If you sponsored me and I sponsored 10 people, all those 10 people count as part of your organization. If I then sponsored Courtney and Courtney sponsored 10 people, again, that's all underneath you. So the group sales volume just means everything that you have underneath you completely. Now, the MBR, which Courtney mentioned, is the maximum volume rule. This is talking about just having a balanced business. So the MBR says, how much volume can you count from one source of volume? So when you look at your business, you've got really two sources of volume. You've got your customers, right, that you personally bring in, that first bucket that we talked about. But then you also have your consultants. So if you enroll me, if you enroll Courtney, if you enroll a friend, all three of us are independent kind of sources of volumes for you because you're each three separate consultants that you have. So when you look at senior consultant one, again, it's 2,000 that you have to have. And the maximum volume rule says you can only count 1,500 from one source of volume. So in this example, if you come in and you enroll Courtney does 2,000 in sales, but you don't do anything else, you can count 1,500 from Courtney, and that means you got to go find 500 somewhere else of your own. So the MBR just says it's called maximum volume rule, and what is the most volume that you can count from one source of volume. Now, this could be customers. So like go on the opposite end of it. Let's say I've got 2,000 in customer volume, but I can only count 1,500 from my bucket. So either I need to go enroll a consultant. And that might seem a little counterintuitive that you're like, well, if I have all of the customers, why does it matter? This is actually what really distinguishes like only the customer gathering side of the business from the team building side of the business. So you don't advance in rank, you don't qualify for team building bonuses unless you're building a team. So MBR just says, what is the most amount of volume that you can count towards one source of volume?
Perfect. And now we don't need, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
I'm not muted, am I? Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna do a basic overview of leadership match because we're just kind of keeping this simple for you guys. But this is one of my favorite pieces of the Evolve compensation plan because it really rewards you on helping other people build as leaders and you get matched on that. So when you hit MC2, which is still in the pink category, you have a leadership match bonus of 1 level. So you can see as you move up in ranks, executive consultant 1 is 80,000 in volume and you're going even deeper. So right now, I just want you to stay focused on SC1. As you move up into the MC1s, MC2 categories, you're going to get more matches. But this is one of the pieces that I've never seen in another compensation plan. And as you can tell, it adds a lot to a leader's paycheck where the cap match on MC1 is $1,000 and it goes up to 15,000. And that's just a match bonus. Oh, here's your slide that we were talking about before. And then the leadership pool. If you want to talk about this one a little bit, Kristen, about how this is just a global pool.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of psychology that goes into a comp plan, or at least on the good ones, there should be a lot of it because you have this idea of how it works on paper, but then there's also this just kind of energy psychology effect that you have to have as part of your plan as well. The leadership pool for us is like, I consider it really a culture building bonus. And a lot of times, I mean, how many of you have ever heard like in network marketing, if you don't get in the beginning, you can't make money, or the most money you can make is in the very beginning? That's just not accurate. And a lot of people will say that, and I'm not saying that you can't make money if you're the first person in, but a lot of people use that as like a kind of a urgency pressure, whatever it is. But this bonus is really designed to talk about the culture and how you can earn based on the culture that people have built at this company before you. So we take 4% of our global revenue and we set 4% of that aside and we put it into a pool bonus. When you hit the rank of executive consultant, you get 1 share in that. And those shares are typically about $1,200 each. So you can see by the time you get to executive consultant at $1,200 each, you're at like close to $25,000 is what you would earn every single month for just playing in, like getting those shares. And so those shares, I mean, I want you to, again, the first thing I said was like, a lot of times you hear get in day 1 or you can't make money. Well, day 1, like we started out with like 0 revenue, right? Like you're building that up. So even, you know, when you get to $1 million, like 4% of $1 million, that's a very, very small number. But when you get to where we are now at 200 million, 200 plus million, you can see how that 4% adds up and is significant. And if I join today and get to this rank, I'm rewarded on all that volume that was created before I got to LifeVantage. Versus if I'm here on day 1, that volume is like extremely small. So this is kind of one of the things that I always like to point out here is don't ever feel like, oh, I didn't get in first, like the opportunity is not relevant. It's actually more relevant. The other thing that I love about this bonus is, you know, we have a strong culture of collaboration, meaning that people will work together. I know Courtney, for example, works with people who are not in her team, but that live locally. And, you know, in some companies, it's like, well, I don't want to work with you because I don't get rewarded on you. In this leadership pool, it takes all of the global volume, meaning everything from Courtney's team, everything from all of our other leaders' teams, and it puts it all together. So it's our other way of saying, like, be willing to help people, because when one team grows and the company grows, like everyone can be rewarded for it.
I love that so much. And you can see that a lot with those month open calls, the month closing call, that the fab leaders are here to help the company succeed. And there's so much collaboration in all areas. I love that leadership pool factor. And just know you guys can all achieve that. EC1, absolutely, you guys can get there. That's 80,000 in volume. With the growth that LifeVantage is having right now, just know that is completely doable. When you start seeing these shares, know that you can absolutely get there. All right, let's go backtrack to the fast track bonuses. So if you're brand new here, you're all eligible. If you have recently sponsored a new consultant, if you're here for new sponsor bonuses, you also get a bonus for helping your new consultants. So what we want you to focus on is groups of 3. So if you can see the pink little diamonds with the C's, those are 3 new consultants and then 3 new customers. And every time that you get groups of 3s, you're going to get a $50 bonus. And those are tracked weekly. So like Kristen said, you can get paid daily, weekly, and monthly bonuses. It's always fun to wake up to an email that says, you have a LifeVantage deposit. So the way that you're going to work with that is we're going to help you to fast track your business. If you look in your app and go to the discount codes, the coupon codes, there's a video in the hub of Kristen actually showing you how to get these discount codes, but use those as quickly as you can. The way that I've seen people really maximizing these codes is talk about your business day 1 on your stories. Hey, I know this might sound crazy. I know some of you on the call haven't even tried products yet and you've enrolled in business, but you've seen the results. And with LifeVantage, you know that those studies are true. When Harvard, Stanford, American Heart Association have done studies on our particular products, you know that they work. So what I always recommend is just get loud on social media, get your product ordered, be a product of the product, use them, share them. I have my collagen right here. I typically travel with a bottle of collagen in my purse or some Axio. I'm drinking my Axio right now. But being a product of the product is one of the fastest ways to do that. And Kristen, I know that there was also a psychology behind doing the discount codes for helping consultants get started.
Yep. So we're a very data-driven company. And the reason like that should be important to you is because what that means is we've monitored everybody that comes in as a consultant, and we've said, what do the most successful ones do? And we build our programs around that. So for us, it's not guesswork. So a couple of things that we see that have like the best impact on retention are people hitting SC1 in their first 90 days. So we've talked a lot about that. But I would tell you, like, within your first 90 days, hit SC1. That's going to help your retention dramatically and help that of your team as well. The next one that we see is all around getting into action quickly. So one of the things that we see is the quicker that you earn money, the quicker that, and it doesn't matter if it's $1 or $100. That was the crazy thing about it. But just that kind of mental victory of, hey, you joined, you got money. The faster you help somebody earn their first dollar, the longer they will stay with you. So what we did for that, we designed this coupon code program. And it says, when you enroll with the kit, we give you 3 discount codes that you can share immediately with your friends and family to order product, and it's a 10% off. And they expire in a week. And the reason they expire in a week is because we know if you can use that coupon within the first week, you're going to get your money quickly. And for you, that's like a mental win. That's always fun to see money in the bank account. But the quicker you can help somebody earn money and have that win, the longer they'll stay with you. The other piece of that is, for those of you interested in building a team, finding that first business partner within your first 30 days is critical. So in addition, when you join, you get 3 customer codes that expire in a week, but you also get 3 consultant codes that expire at the end of your first full calendar month. Now, you want to enroll a consultant as quickly as possible. The reason the time frame is what it is because, like, let's say that you signed up on the 28th of August and you're like, oh, shoot, I've just got a couple of days left. Like, there's this urge to like sandbag a little bit or just to wait until September. So for that reason, we say you have the month you join plus the first full month. So if you join today, you would have clear through August and you would have until the last day of September to use those codes. But again, it's just getting people into activity quickly and helping them get a win. And the takeaway from there is exactly what Courtney said. Start sharing. Like, if you've had a personal story on the product, start talking about it. If you know somebody who has, share theirs, because the quicker you can do it and kind of overcome the first initial fear or whatever it is of sharing, and the sooner you get that win, the better off you'll be long-term.
Absolutely. And these enrollment packs, they are designed so smart that you can get in on whatever level. Of course, we have a $50 option, but the Healthy Glow stack, that is like my go-to. That's what most people that I know order. But I love this $350 pack because it also has the skincare. And the skincare is a really big piece for me because that's something I feel like a lot of people notice and they're like, what have you been doing to your skin? And if you're on TikTok at all, if you're seeing the skin trends, this is what people are using, is really 4 products. I see it all the time. They've gathered them from Target. They've gotten them from Amazon, wherever. But most people are using a 4-part system. So this activated skincare is really unique. And I feel like it's such a sweet spot to get started. It's such a great price point. And of course, if you want to try it all, the $9.99, I feel like is absolutely the best way to get in because you have the Axio, you have the hair care, you have all of it. But Kristen, if you want to talk to us a little bit of how much do consultants actually make off of these business packs? What's the commission like for enrolling a new consultant on one of these packs?
Yeah, so this is interesting. This is interesting on this. So when you look at like the purpose of building your business, right? For us, it's like not about that one-time sale. So where a lot of companies will put like a ton of bonuses is it's like, oh, sell a big pack and get a big bonus. And it's actually like very counterintuitive. And when you look at like the longevity of people, usually what happens a lot of times is they are like, well, I don't need product for the next 4 months because I spent $1,000 on it. And when you look at like what's successful about your business, like you want people coming back, ordering every month versus just coming in and buying one time. So the enrollment packs are treated just like the rest of the volume in the tree, where you're rewarded through the level bonuses or you're rewarded through the fast track. But our emphasis is not on like come in and buy a big kit and get a quick check. A lot of companies, what you'll see them do is it's like spend a ton of money make a ton of money, but that's not like overly replicatable. And it's also from a regulatory standpoint, those are the companies that you're starting to see get in a lot of trouble because they're encouraging people to spend money that they may not have, or they're encouraging people to buy a ton of product to hit a rank. And for us, like, we're confident enough in our compensation plan, we're confident enough in our products that we know you'll keep ordering them. So it's not come in and buy a big pack situation. So the enrollment packs, you're rewarded just like you are everything else. It helps you maintain rank, which qualifies you for those level bonuses we were talking about.
Yep, perfect. So as you can tell, like the $9.99, the SV for that would be $8.50. And that's actually going to go into that bottom bucket, that bottom category. It's not going into your personal sales. So that was something that I had to get used to from my other business. It went into personal sales volume. That's in that team building because that is a new team member. So just know that that counts towards your SC1, your MC2, all of those things, but that's not going towards your 250. So what I have found is focusing on those growth patterns. And as we're talking about goals, I didn't do a slide for this, but the Rise era, you're rewarded on tracks, on enrollment tracks. And in the US, it's based off of 750. So I can add up every month and it's in my back office. I just did this on the new consultant training. You guys can see all of that. But just know that on these packs, if I bring someone in on the Healthy Glow with the skincare, that's 280 of the 750. So I'm always watching that piece as well. I just had a new consultant enroll with the Healthy Glow stack. So that was 140. So it's the sales volume that you're looking for. So you guys can keep checking in with me. But I do love that piece that some people will go, what are the fast bonuses? Just know that what we're looking for is building a sustainable business. I have customers that have now been shopping with me every 30 days for a year and a half. I've had some of them that have gone off. My friend Gail Berry, she was like, Courtney, I need to cancel this subscription. 30 days later, she's like, Courtney, how do you get me back on my subscription? Even Bob was commenting on my skin. I need back on it. And so just know that these are 30-day subscriptions that people are ordering. And one of the really cool pieces that I learned in the office the other day was with this customer rewards program. It's so genius that before it was their average customer was purchasing 5 times a year. On average now with the new customer rewards program, customers are shopping 11 times a year. So that is a huge piece. And I know with some of my new consultants, they've said, Courtney, I think some of my friends are sticker shocked with the price point of the Healthy Glow. So just know that that does absolutely happen. Some people that are picking up their collagen from Costco, I know that this is a big pay increase, right? So it's one of those things that it's value, it's also belief, and it's also proof. One of the biggest things that I do to share this business is results pictures. And that's one of the things that Kristen taught me when I came into LifeVantage, sharing the Pro Tandem and the Healthy Glow. I'm like, how do you actually sell these? Because I came from skincare, that it was easy. And she was like, before and after pictures and the primetime video. But it's just like anything else. You want to show someone what results that they're getting. So I'll have customers that will, or friends, my friend was like, do you have anything for arthritis? And I'll get on one of the group pages and look up, and then I'll share her a story. Or someone will say, Courtney, I really need this. Tell me more about it. My hair's thinning. I'll look for a before and after picture with someone that has good results with hair, right? And so it's one of those things that you get what you pay for. But I also want you guys to be backed in belief. And Kristen, this is where I want you to help us out because you see those stats. So when we're in our own little house or on our own little world and people are saying, whoa, these products are expensive. Tell us on average the growth that you've been seeing in the last quarters of what consultants are doing, sharing. I know some people have built a business just on this and they still do. But on average, selling these products, what does that growth look like in LifeVantage? Right now in 2024.
So the cool thing is like when you look at kind of the longevity of a company, it's like, what is that hero product that people are always on? And for us, that Pro Tandem NRF2, we couple that with a lot of things because what it does is it's essentially helping your body make its own antioxidants. And when it does, it's decreasing oxidative stress, which is like the root of all problems. So the cool thing about like Protandim NRF2 is it is such an incredible product. It is also extremely affordable. Like it has one of the highest, like the highest retention rate of any product that we have in the company. When we launched collagen, however, collagen was our most successful. We've launched probably 15 to 20 different products since NRF2. Collagen was the second most successful of all the product launches that we've ever done. And when you look at the retention, when you couple collagen with NRF2, it is a higher price point, but it's actually our longest or our highest retention, product stack of all of the ones we have, because Nerf 2 is doing this incredible work on the inside of your body, but you don't necessarily see it, right? Collagen, you're going to see that. Some people see it as fast as 7 or 8 days. It's amazing. So coupling those two together, you get kind of the amazing things happening on the inside, but with collagen, it's manifesting itself on the outside. So people stay on it. Our goal when we initially launched collagen was to do $1 million $1 million in collagen a month. We ended up doing over 50 million that year. So you can see like we blew it totally out of the water. And from there, it just continues to be what else can we activate? So it's been a really fun product category to see paired together. And the results have been really, really incredible.
I love that. Awesome. Well, you guys, now you've seen a way to have fun, make money, and know what a difference that you can make by sharing these products and also sharing this business opportunity and the support that you have by being on this team, being in this company, and having a social business that you can sell from your phone, bring people into your home, meet someone at Starbucks, whatever that looks like. You can design your business to share this in however you want it to look like. And it's pretty phenomenal that we have Kristen Cunningham, the CSO, that's taking time to help you guys reach your goals and to see the possibilities of this business and this company. Kristen, thank you so much for sharing this.
You're welcome. Yeah, excited to meet all of you, hopefully in person one day. And yeah, thanks for having me on.
Love it. Awesome. Well, Kristen, I know that you've got to go. We'll do a little bit of goal setting and stuff like that, but I appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us.
Okay.
And we'll see you soon. Let me actually grab a picture really quick because I always like to share. If you guys want to turn your cameras on, turn your camera on and I'll just grab a pic and then we can share this on our stories.
I love that you give us notice. Like I've been like the person of so many screenshots that it's like, really, that was the angle you got of me. So thanks. Thanks for the notice.
I'm always mid-sentence when pictures like that come on. Oh, it's so fun to see.
I'm always like double chin looking the wrong way.
Baby. Oh, so cute. Okay, look at all this amazing hair. Gosh, I love this. Okay, ready? Here we go. Okay, hold on one second. Let me redo that because we had someone just come in. Hi. Okay, Veronica, do you want to grab back in the camera real quick? I'm going to redo that. Okay, Gorge. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. We had blinkers. One more time. Let me just redo that.
Okay.
I wish I could do like multiple pictures. Okay, that was perfect. Love it. Kristen, thank you so much. I'll see you soon.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. All right. Did I stop the recording? Oh, the recording was on that whole time. I usually